Welcome everyone. So today we're going to talk about it. Can you guess what it is? Hello, my love. Hello, hello. Can anyone guess what it is? Hello, Imani. What are we talking about today? Well, I said let's talk about it, and I want to have you guys guess what we're talking about today. Sex, not necessarily, although sex can be involved. Love can be involved. Oh, you guys might not guess it. So I'll give you guys like a few more tries. Relationships, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Think a little more 50 Shades. I just gave it to you. A little more 50 Shades. So, no one's guessing. Okay. So, somewhat. So I'll give you the position of the day, and this might actually give you a clue as well as to what we're talking about today. So this is the position of the day, birds of a feather. And it is literally taking a feather, and I brought my spiritual feather to show you a feather, but using a feather in a sensual way, right? In a teasing way, in a way that is stimulating and provoking. I know, this is a great position, and you can use this on anyone, male, female, trans, whatever your gender orientation, sexual orientation, it is something that can be used. Everybody enjoys a feather. A little tickling with the feather, right? You can start at the neck and go down to the navel and work your way back up and down and really have fun with it. So the topic for today, what we're talking here about today, is not just, feathers, but in general, how to create more excitement, right? And one of the things that a lot of people have been, a couple people asked me about it here, and we kind of talked about it one day, but we haven't actually delved deep into what is considered kink, right? Kinky lifestyle. That includes BDSM, it includes fetishes, it includes anything outside of what is called standard, traditional, vanilla intercourse relations. So there is, and I'm gonna keep it quite general. If you have questions, I love questions. So feel free to ask questions, not specifically about me, but about kink and different lifestyles. So the first thing I want to share is that this is actually quite a popular lifestyle, right? It's underground in that people don't necessarily talk about it openly, but even if you go on dating apps these days, you will find people who don't show their face, they'll show their body, and they'll say, I'm a dominant male looking for a submissive female, or, I'm a switch. So people are out there really putting themselves out there a lot more than it used to be, although this lifestyle has been around forever, right? Since our ancestors, this has been around. Now, what is there to know about the lifestyle? So the kink lifestyle, or the alternative lifestyle, however you want to call it, anything other than vanilla, ranges. Like, there's so many different variations. There's swingers, right? People who swap couples. There are people who are into one or multiple parts of BDSM, which stands for bondage, discipline, dominance, submissive, sadomasochism, masochism. So within that gamut of names, right, there's a lot of different combinations. You have master, you have slave, you have, dominants who are really dominant in some ways, and then not in others that you might think. And that ranges in and of itself, right? The lifestyle of, dominant, submissive, that ranges greatly, right? So some days, it's, some couples, it's like dominant on everything, right? Controls every element of the person's life. And in other scenarios, they only are dominant in the bedroom. So there is variance, right? There's a lot of variance when it comes to sexuality and sexual preferences. And I think that that's the biggest message that I can deliver, is that there is so much variance. People have different preferences, different likings, and it's about exploring. So one of the things that I always encourage people to do is to pick up a book, right? Do some research, learn about these different lifestyles. Even if it's not for you, it's really good just to be informed of what is out there, what are people exploring, what are new practices that people are coming up with. Last week we talked about sapiosexual on here, and a lot of people didn't know what it was, but intelligence is one of those universal things that we all find attractive. So when you find that sexually arousing and it really causes sexual fantasy and intrigue and excitement, that's sapiosexual. So really get familiar with the words, get familiar with what's new out there. Hi from Papua New Guinea. Hello. Hello, Hashi. What's your name? Is that your name, Hashi? Hello, Eric. Welcome, welcome. So we're talking about different lifestyles, different forms of sexuality being, showing up in our life. I know that a huge way that sexuality has been shifting more visibly now, right? It's always existed, but now it's a lot more visible, is, polyamory, right? People who are in relationship with more than one person. No men are women. Above. Not sure what that meant. Right? There's the entire trans community is shifting the way that we look at gender and gender expression and gender identity. So there are all of these things, and they're all layered, right? So it's like how I identify. Okay. How one person identifies, right, as their cultural background intersects with who they are in terms of their sexual orientation and their gender expression. And hi, do you speak Kurdish? No. Hey from Batavia. Hello. Right, so there are so many differences. There are so many different intersecting things. So it's really helpful, and I deliver a lot of stuff here, a lot of education about all of these, but it's 25 minutes of content here on a good day. So, going above and beyond that and exploring for yourself what is out there, right? Exploring what you might be interested in, right? It might be that you are interested in exploring more options in terms of relationship status, right? Maybe you're interested in having an open relationship or in having a polyamorous relationship. If you don't understand what these things are and how the dynamics work, which requires you to get to know people maybe in that lifestyle. You know, here in the United States, we have meetup.com. That's a great platform to get out to different circles of people who can teach you about their lifestyle and how they experience their sexuality. There's so much information out there on the internet about, you know, rules and agreements and contracts and things like that that you can use as tools to really help you navigate relationship and your sexuality. So these are just some of the general things, right? And then within, you know, the kink lifestyle, there's, you know, foot fetishes and latex fetishes and rubber fetishes, all types of fetishes. Pretty much name anything and there could be a fetish about it. So, you know, this is all things that are very often cast out, right? They're like shunned upon and hidden, and that actually makes it sound and look and feel as if it's something that's not normal or natural or you know, something to hide or be ashamed about. In actuality, sexual variance is actually quite normative, right? A lot of people have different preferences, different tendencies, different interests, and if anything, being different and having difference is the norm. It's not necessarily, you know, the strictly heterosexual vanilla sex that is portrayed out there. That's actually not the norm. The norm is actually a much more variant expression of sexuality. We don't talk about it because the media doesn't talk about it, right? Sex is still something that is visually sold to us, but it's not something that we talk about. And here, you know, through Sexuality Power, that's one of my purposes. It's to really begin to have open conversations, give content and information that is going to actually support you in exploring your sexuality, support you in having more open conversations with others, and really embrace the diversity, right, that there are across cultures and across people. We're all so very different, and it's so wonderful that we're all so very different. I feel like it would be quite a boring world if we were more similar. So, and the same goes with sexuality, right? That's one of the areas in our lives where difference shows up greatly, right? And it's such a beautiful thing to have differences across our sexuality. Hello, 61 Periscope. How are you, my love? Welcome, welcome. If you're new, let me know so that I can give you a special shout out. So, you know, we began with the position of the day, which I will show you again. It is the feather, birds of a flock. And using feathers for sexual play is one of the things that you can use. You know, caressing the person's body with the feather, really teasing them. And, you know, that's just one thing, right? It can go from feathers to paddles to whips and chains. You know, there's a huge gamut of what is considered alternative lifestyles, kink lifestyle, swinger lifestyle, BDSM lifestyle. So do some research. You know, if you ever have questions, always bring your questions here. I'm happy to answer questions about any of the topics that I bring up on our Periscope. And even if it's something I haven't talked about, if I know about it, I will share my wisdom. And if I don't know about it, I would be happy to do research and bring back information that can be of use for everyone in our community. So thank you all for watching. I would like to invite you all once again to join my mailing list. You can simply visit sexualitypower.com, and on the main page, hit the subscribe button. That will take you straight to a form where you can submit your information. How do you know so much? I've studied sexuality for over 10 years now, and it is truly my passion to explore sexuality and help others empower themselves through their sexuality. So this is really what lights me up, what gives me joy and passion in my life, and it's really an honor to share this with you all. On April 1st, I will be giving a bonus gift to anyone who has subscribed to my list by then. So remember that if you subscribe, you're really going to get a nice little gift in your email on April 1st. I promise it's not an April Fool's gift. It's going to be something that can actually help you day to day in any moment that you're having a challenge in your life. It can help you step into your sexual power. So sign up for my listserv on sexualitypower.com. Just put in your email and name. That's all it takes. And you'll get one email a month from me. Really simple. And you will get a very special bonus gift coming up on April 1st. So I hope you can join me tomorrow again at 11 a.m. for our morning motivation, where we will actually be doing a tarot reading. And the first person to join the reading tomorrow will win a free live reading with me right after the general reading guidance for everyone else. So if you are the first person, remember, you win. So make sure to watch the time at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I will be on to do our weekly tarot reading. And then again, tomorrow at 4 p.m., we will have a romance tarot reading. And that is another opportunity to win a reading. That one is specifically a romance reading that you will win. So be on the lookout. As soon as I jump on, if you're the first person to jump on, you will win a reading. And you can also enter my mailing list to win that free bonus on April 1st. So I love you all. I wish you a very passionate evening. And until tomorrow, have a great night.